take me to the sea, awaken me to be free and completely me. River, take me to the sea, I will be your devotee, flowing joyfully towards unity. Embrace me in your love, dissolve all my fears, and take me to the sea, and take me to the sea. Embrace me in your love, dissolve all my fears, and take me to the sea, and take me to the sea, to the sea. To the sea, to the sea, to the sea, to the sea, to the River, take me to the sea, I will flow with you effortlessly.
Such a joyful music. Italians with their joy always, transmit that contagious feeling. That was very nice. Thank you. And hello, welcome to our Meditation for Life Chaos program, made especially for teens and young adults. My name is Zohreh Rezazadeh, the president of UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness Club, or referred to as UNESCO BMW. In 2014, my husband Stephen and I decided to create a non-profit organization called UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness with three main goals of global peace practices, protection of the ecosystem, and encouraging art and crafts. Since the creation of this club, we have done so many local and international programs in person and online. You can see them all on our website or on our YouTube channel. Here, I take advantage asking you to join our mission by becoming a member or volunteer in person or online for our organization. Together, we can be stronger in our networking for peace and environmental friendship. As we are doing with our partners, such as Sahaja Yoga meditation, funded by Dr. Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, a global peacemaker who was nominated for 2 Nobel Peace Prizes and granted a UN Peace Medal. She was invited to UN as an honorable and prestigious guest speaker so many times. I would like to walk you through our website to explain a bit this complex and so brilliant job done by Charles Tira from Australia. Let me share my screen, please. Can you see it? Somebody tell me yes or no. Or raise your hand saying yes. Okay. So this is Body and Mind Wellness Club, and this is the homepage. And okay, I can go down. And especially, I want to put your attention, please, on this poster that is very generic regarding this 9-day program. And if you go down, you can have all the information about Sahaja Yoga that is partnering with us, helping us with this program. And down below, you can see all other programs that we have done and we are doing at the same time. These are all samples of the previous programs. And here are our youth engagement. What we want to ask you, please, to help us to build a better relationship with the issues that government are facing with young people, and they need, and our club also need your help to create this panel carousel for what is the issues with young age, especially in United States and Canada. And then from there we go beyond and other countries and how we can face them. This program, meditation, is one of the ways that we think is good to solve and give the solutions to all kinds of problems we are facing in this society at the global level. You can see also our effort regarding all the ecosystem protection, solar panel, and alternative energy technologies, and so on. You go down and see all other projects we are engaged with. But what is important that they ask me to show you, especially because this event is created with a very algorithm and very sophisticated method of making sort of very available and friendly archive, but you have to know how to use it. So when you go to the events on the drop-down menu, you can see all the events that we do seasonal. We have autumn, winter, summer, spring programs based on the celebration of UN and UNESCO. And when you go down, you see, hello, here, our program of these 9 days when you click here or here, it takes you to the registration form, read more about this program, why we are doing this, and who are engaged with this program at the not only conceptual level, but also at the practical level. And then you can see always under event, watch on Zoom or watch on YouTube. So it is very interactive and easy to use. It's very friendly. You can go and touch, click on one of them. And then when you go here, for example, the program of yesterday, day 1, is all here. You click and you have all the resources and all the explanation what you have lost maybe of yesterday program, because remember, you have to get your certificate eventually. So we make some questions at the end to make sure that the concepts are clear to you. So in this case, maybe this can be of a big help to you. You go here and learn about what you missed and what are the concepts and what are the techniques of this meditation that is very scientifically proven and very helpful to you for your focus, for your mental health and balancing. You will learn each night what is it about. For example, tonight learn about balancing and so on. We go ahead and going on the bottom of this page, we have about this event that you can read. I don't want to waste in this moment our time to explain you. I am only walking you through this website, how it's organized. And then here you can find all the UNESCO ambassadors that come and talk about 9 topics that are issues, problems of youth today. That is something that also the government of US and Canada are studying and are facing through their websites. We are collaborating with them. And at the end here, you have the team of all these beautiful speakers that are here for you to explain how you can, as a solution, face those problems with the meditation. And naturally, we have the great founder of Shri Mataji, of Sahaja Yoga meditation, that is Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, as an inspiration and as a great master for all these practitioners, and I can say also master of Sahaja Yoga. After this, I would like to go back. I stop sharing. You can always maybe call or ask information writing to us. We explain it to you. So for your information, this program is recorded. And please, if you have any suggestions to make our program better and more attractive to teens and young adults, we would love to hear from you on our website, email, or social media. As you already know, for those who attend all 9 programs, there is a certificate of participation that can be of help for your school extra credits and or as an addition to your resume. Now here, I invite you as an audience poll to understand your expectation for this program. Please answer these 3 questions. We are now launching a feedback poll. You can write on the chat box. Experience peace and calmness is the focus of this program. But you have to tell us, how did you hear about this program, please? It is very important for our metrics. And in which range of age you are. And also, what is your expectation? We give 1 minute to engage with you. We need to have your interaction with us in this case. And so when our tech support remove this slide, I can go ahead with the next slide. when you are ready. It's a long 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. I am eager now, finally, to present our Masters of Ceremonies, Aron and Stephen. They will take care of this program today. Aron lives in Germany, and his dedication as our ex-intern for 3 months, I think. And now our presenter is so appreciated. Hello, both of you. And I ask you, please, if you can talk a little bit about yourself and give if you can, short explanation about the program of today. Aron, Stephen, welcome, and floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Zohreh, very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Zohreh. Really appreciate that. And wow, I didn't realize how much is in that website, UNESCOBMW.org. My gosh, there's so much there, and so much exciting activities and opportunities there. So there's a little bit for everyone there. So that's a great thing. Myself,
changed a lot since the time I was working there.
Yeah, that's right. Aron, you used to be an intern for, yeah, I remember that. You used to be an intern for UNESCO BMW. That's right. And it was in the early stages at that time. And since then, the content has improved so much and involved and grown and much more engaging. So that's a great thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, Ron, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're doing, what you're up to, what you're doing over there in Germany? I haven't seen you in a couple of years, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I quit studying physics. Now, then I went on to try to find what I'm doing. Now I study civil engineering. It's a lot easier, a lot more, how do you say, engaging. Yes, other than that, I got well through Corona. I'm going to get married in 6 weeks.
Wow,
And,
wow.
Yeah.
Have you set a date?
Yes, I have set a date. 2nd of August.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. In fact,
So
I'm pretty sure my wife's here with us today, or fiance in the program.
Okay,
we all come to your wedding. Be prepared.
I look forward
A
to
mass from America, United States comes to us.
Always welcome. Always welcome.
I look forward to meeting her. You know, if you come to the US, and maybe I come to Germany, who knows?
Yeah, eventually, yes.
Yeah.
Whichever way is fine. Would be nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Myself, Myself, I work as a physical therapist, but you know, I have a lot of passions, a lot of interests. You know, I like to play the ukulele. I like to play the harmonica. You know, I mean, I'm out there in the public sometimes, and I get pretty good applause. So I'm pretty proud of that. And I love culinary arts. My father was a chef, so I picked up by osmosis. You know, just by default. You know, and I find myself in the kitchen a lot, cooking and trying out new dishes and doing new juice recipes. You know, I got a juicer and I play with that a lot. And then I'm out there gardening, and this is a great time of the year. You know, living in Maryland, it's a peak of summer now, so it's great for gardening right now. Lots of tomatoes growing and some other vegetables popping up out of the ground.
Is it warm there in America?
Yeah. We're getting in Fahrenheit, we're getting 90, 95 plus sometimes. Right now it's a cooler day, but typically really, really warm. So it's good for the produce, good for the vegetables to grow. So that's a good thing. And then I love hiking and getting out in nature. You know, our topic is about balance. And so, you know, our work is one thing, or our school is one thing, but, you know, it's nice to have a nice balance of activities going on in our life so that we can feel that balance and that diversity and what we're doing and what's going on in our life. You know, that's a good thing.
And that's what meditation is good for. At least in my life, it helped a lot, you know, finding balance.
We're going to talk about that more and more. Yeah, it's definitely a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
All the stresses going on in the world. Yes, for sure.
Can't let it bother you too much.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on, huh? See what we got going here. So we have some slides to present. And actually, we have a little short video clip. It's Tanya. She's going to talk about the ethics of balance. So the morality and the auspiciousness and the purity of what balance all means from her perspective. So let's hear what she has to say.
Just like when a bird spreads its wings, it can traverse the skies. Only when it is in balance can it actually ascend. Bringing our inner being into balance, we too can rise. Learning to balance is one of the most important things that a human being can do. In this hustle and bustle and in the 21st century, in the rat race that we live in, it is important to sometimes look within ourselves and see what really matters to us. For me, a recent graduate, I am learning to balance every single day by looking at the world around, appreciating the flowers and trees and birds, as well as appreciating my chance to be here and the opportunities I have come across. In this spirit, I request you all to please come and join our UNESCO BMW Club for inner peace and quiet.
Okay. I appreciate that invitation.
Yep, so do I.
So, what do we have on our agenda? Oh, first and foremost, Zohreh mentioned already about the founder, Shri Mataji Devi. She founded Sahaja Yoga meditation in 1970. She wants us to have world peace. And, we all yearn for that world peace, but, we can't grab it out there. We can't expect our governments or our societies and our schools and this and that to do it for us. We have to, it's an inside job. And she knew that, and she knows that. And so she founded Sahaja Yoga meditation, and it's offered free globally. So you say a global movement, actually. And she was nominated for 2 Nobel Peace Prizes, and she also was given the UN Peace Medal. But she would have said that, hey, medals don't mean much. It's what we're really doing in the world. What is we really accomplishing? And so this is a way to really, from my own experience with Sahaja Yoga meditation, really a way to find the harmony within ourselves and then just kind of emanate it. It just can't be held within ourselves. It just kind of flows outside of us. We start to imbibe it and spread it beyond ourselves into our family dynamics, our social network. And before you know it, you have people being more and more peaceful and being more settled and making better choices in their life. And so, she would be very honored to see that. And she is honored to see that it's happening, and it's happening globally. And so it's a grassroots movement, but, it's right now in over 100 different countries in the world. So, I mean, it's growing and spreading. And I think it's a good way for us to really get beyond our stuckness in the world. Would you like to say anything, Aron, add to that at all? Anything of that sort?
No, nothing to add about that. It's
Okay.
all said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So, I don't know what you feel, Aron, but I mean, people talk about balance all the time, and what does that really mean? I mean, I want to be balanced. That means so many different things to so many different people. And you can see in this image here that, you have that fulcrum point where we don't feel like we're being pulled one way or one direction or the other direction. We don't feel like we're being pulled to our emotions too much, nor are we going to be pulled to too much thinking and planning. We're in that kind of centered place, that still place, that zone. You want to be in that kind of nice zone. But people talk about these things in a kind of an abstract way. So I think with talking about it from more perspective from how Sahaja Yoga explains it, I think we can understand better what it means for a more subtle understanding instead of kind of like a theoretical way of thinking about it. So I think we have another slide here where we can
and also
go
it's
deeper into that.
Yeah, that's also a very good, how do you say, a different, how do you say, more complete aspect to balance in the way of Sahaja Yoga and meditation, because you have more to balance than just kind of figuring out how to manage your life and your work. It's also about being yourself a lot. How can you be yourself in situations that are different? How can you be yourself in situations where you where you're in work, you're in different groups of friends, you're in different environments in general, and someplace you have to sort of learn to be yourself in all those situations, and it's a very difficult task. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm trying to do, or what many of us are trying to do when they look for balance, because that's how to reach it, you know, be yourself somehow.
Yeah, yeah, so true. I mean, it's like you can't grab it out there and say, what's the next popular thing, you know, TikTok now, something else later on. But what is it really giving us in terms of that settlement? You know, we have to go inside and claim it inside ourselves. And then we can emanate outwardly much more of that joy and that surrender of peace and harmony within ourselves. And I think in the next slide, we have a nice picture. Let's see what we have in the next slide here. Yeah, this is a great slide because it shows the three energy channels that we have within ourselves and within our energy system. So we have our physical nervous system, and within the spinal cord is these three channels. And I think we're kind of aware that we have our emotional aspect, and that's that blue channel. And then we also have our physical and our rational aspect, you know, our thinking, planning part of us, and that's that yellow channel. But those two kind of, they don't communicate with each other. You can see they cross over at the level of the brain, and they're like naughty children, you know, they don't know how to communicate with each other. You have emotions and you say, hey, I'm afraid of that spider. But then the rational side of us says, hey, you know, it's just a little spider, big deal. But there's just there's a disconnect between rationality and emotionality. So the left channel, we need to strengthen it. So we feel that positive emotions, feel that pure desire to be our full potentiality. We want to get beyond feeling pulled back into regret and feeling guilty and remorseful and feeling like we didn't do well enough in the past with such a thing, and reminiscing and say, woe is me, or why did that person do that to me? All these kind of emotional discords. We want to feel uplifted with our emotions, and joy and peace and love and compassion for each other. So that's that part. And then we have, of course, our right channel. And that's, you know, the positive dynamism, you know, feeling that empathy and positive attitude and positive actions and choices. But then again, you can start to get into stress and worrying about things, saying, I don't know how this is going to work out. And maybe I have to multitask. Maybe I have to force things to happen. Maybe I got to stress over things to make it happen. But it's just a kind of spinning our wheels with our mind. And it doesn't really get us anywhere except for feeling more tense and feeling more uncertain about ourselves and doubting ourselves. So we need some kind of balancing force between these two channels. And this is where the rubber meets the pavement. You know, this is where it really happens. And that's with Sahaja Yoga meditation. We have the centered channel, which is uplifted and brought into a balanced state so that our left and right channel don't misbehave like bad children. And we stay in the center. We stay in the center because in the base of the spine, in that triangular bone there, that triangular area, which is where the base of our spine is, we have this inner energy, motherly energy. Some people call it Kundalini energy. And it rises up when we start to work with this meditation. Many of us that have been on doing this meditation, starting as of yesterday, I've already had this energy start to be awoken. So this is great. And then we get deeper with that flow. And as that flow gets deeper and deeper, the left, the right channels settle down, and you can be in the present moment. You can be in that place of self-control, self-awareness, positive mindset, nice balance and harmony, feeling good about ourselves, feeling focused, fully engaged and alert, but not distracted, enjoying the flowers, enjoying our life, enjoying our others, not questioning, trying to second guess things. It's just that place of peacefulness. And then we make nice choices and we enjoy each other, we enjoy ourselves. We feel settled under our own skin. That's the most important thing. And we be settled under our own skin, not have to prove anything. That's so important. So from that point, I think it's nice and important that we go through the actual experience of feeling that center channel, that centering balance force within us.
All right. I will be leading a short meditation on settling yourself and balancing yourself a little bit. It's one of the many things that Sahaja Yoga does. All right. And
okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. All right. For now, Everybody can close their eyes and try to find a little peace within themselves. And we can all together put our hand on our heart and ask to nobody in particular to just let me, please, let me be myself. Just let me be myself. Let me forgive all that was done wrong. Let me be one with my friends, family, and the rest of the world. And let me be myself in all of this. We can repeat it silently to ourselves as many times as we need until we get into the state of meditation. To start balancing ourselves, we'll first put our left hand towards the ground or on the ground if we're sitting on the floor. And we will ask again to nothing and nobody in particular, please clear my left channel. Please remove all the heaviness, all the lethargy, all the sadness, and let me be happy. We can put our hand back in our laps and put our left hand back over our heads towards the sky. And here we can say again to nobody in particular, please clear my right side. Please let me be free of all rage, action, overactivity. We can put both of our hands back in our laps. We can take our attention to the top of our head. And we can say to nobody in particular, please clear my central channel. Please give me balance and equilibrium in life. And we can sit for a minute and try to remove all of the thoughts from our mind. Just let them flow past. It's not important. Whatever comes up is not important. When our attention goes, we can open our eyes for a bit, look around, look at different things, then close them again and try to find our peace. Thank you. We'll now get to a short segments for questions and answers. You can ask whatever you want into the chat. We'll read and answer.
Thank you, Aron. It's very nice. Very nice. I'm sure we have some questions or feedback. If we don't have many, that's also going to be a good sign, because we're in more of a thoughtless state, because that nice, beautiful energy that's rising up through us is settling us down, keeping us in the present moment. So maybe we don't have any particular questions. Looks like there's...
First question, how should we be breathing during meditation? All right. How should you I think in a different segment we'll get on how to breathe during meditation, but in general, after you've found your peace of mind, you just let the breathing go by itself, kind of. It fixes itself. If you try to meddle with it, you kind of disturb your own attention and your own energy in a way. If you're going to breathe, breathing, you kind of use it to sort of get into the state of meditation. After that, you just kind of leave it to itself. Next question, Stephen, would you like to answer that one?
This energy that flows along our spine, I call it motherly energy, inner energy. I said it was also referred to as Kundalini. When it rises up, and it does spontaneously, very effortlessly, that's why we call it Sahaja Yoga meditation. Sahaja meaning spontaneous. So this energy rises up spontaneously like a beautiful fountain. And when it does so, it starts to settle down our channels. And so when we have our right hand toward Mother Earth and our left hand on our lap, open and receptive, and we're flowing nicely with that Kundalini or that inner energy within us, we start to feel feedback in our hand, and in this case, our left hand. And our left hand will start to feel maybe warm, maybe warmer for a while, and then it'll start to cool down into a nice settlement. You'll feel like a cool breeze over the hand, and you'll also feel less in engagement with your thoughts or emotions, and those will settle down. And so that gives you it's like a feedback loop. You start to get that feedback of less thoughts, less distractions, especially from the past. And you start to feel more of a coolness, gentle coolness over your left hand, as showing that like motherly energy, which is a cool vibratory energy, starts to imbibe itself and engage itself in our left channel, and we start to feel it in our hand. So it's a nice feedback loop, and that's the way we can be our own master, because we get that feedback for us through this motherly energy. Hopefully that answers your question. And we have a few other questions here. Let's see. Why don't you take that one, Aron?
All right, so the next one is, how can I balance myself during work while people are around us? That's a good question. I mean, that's the most important one, I guess. It helps if you balance yourself before starting to work. And when something comes up at work, just take a minute to detach, kind of, and sort of, how do you say it, look inside and stop sort of reacting to what's going on outside of you. Just for a few minutes should be enough to calm down and to get back into the middle, I guess.
But I'd like to also add a little bit more to that. What you can do is, let's say you're in front of your computer screen, and not when you're driving, of course, but when you're doing something that you're seated in a stationary place like your computer, you just close your eyes and just put attention on your breathing. Bring your breath up from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your head. And the breath is not doing the living work, but it's using the breath as a way to put attention on the flow of this motherly energy, which rises up like a fountain. So the breath works in tandem with your motherly energy. And you do that for just a few minutes, just breathing along the spine, bring it all the way up to the top of the head and beyond, in tandem with Mother Kundalini, or Mother Energy, in tandem with our breath. And you'd be surprised, after a few minutes, you open up your eyes, and all of a sudden you feel like you've taken a respite, a break for hours, and you feel so refreshed and ready to go. You're like, you're full energy again. And it's amazing. It happens so easily and spontaneously within a few minutes. It's just, I don't know, you just have to experience it. That's all I can say. Okay. Any other beautiful questions here? What we got here? Okay.
Yeah, the next question would be, how can I create my own meditation space at home? That's a good question. I guess I always meditate where I am. I don't really... no,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Never really thought about that.
Wherever you are, you can be in that state of meditation. But it is important to have a place that you can call your meditative space. I mean, it's helpful to have that, of course. So, and I mean,
exactly,
I have
me too.
I have one. I mean, I know that it's my go-to space. That space that needs to be a place where you can be away from distractions. You can have maybe a little table in front of you with a nice candle, clear the atmosphere. You can be in a place where you're not going to be distracted. People know that that's your space, and they're not going to come in there barging in there and distracting you with their next TikTok video or whatever it is. And you can just claim that space, and you can run to it for that refuge. You know, run to it like, that's my plan. I'm going there now. I need a break. I'm taking a little break from everything else, and I'm going to my space. But that space, like you say, Aron, is really that space within you. It's there all the time with us, right? But sometimes we need that space that we call home in terms of physical space, right?
Yeah, I never really had that. I mean, I lived with my parents for a long time, then I lived with other people, and then I never really had a quiet space, you could say. So my room was always busy.
You make do, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it works out somehow in the end. It's good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah. What else? Do you have any other very interesting, great questions? These are great questions. Really great.
No, but Paris Johnson said she's balancing herself at work and with a coworker together. It's very nice to hear that atmosphere is getting good and meditation works everywhere. It's the same for me. I really enjoy that. Meditating wherever you are. It's nice. Yeah. All right, I think that's it for questions and answers. We're done. Anything else?
Let me take one more. There's so many nice ones here.
Really?
It's hard to pick and choose, you know.
I think my chat stopped working.
Let's see. Well, I guess we have finished them, huh? Yeah. Okay. So, what do we have next, Ron?
Next up, we have a short follow-up meditation where we'll be listening to a song and we will,
Okay.
just listen. I guess in this case, active listening would be the best way into meditation.
The music just flow over us, huh?
Yes, just let it flow.
Okay.
And enjoy.
Very important.
It's the most important part.
Yeah.
Just close your eyes and try. Sit with our back straight and our hands open on our laps. Turn upwards.
Till the end.
really needs peace and unity.
Such a beautiful song, peace and unity. That's what we all yearn for. We yearn for that settlement within ourselves and feeling good about ourselves, and thus feeling good about each other and about our world. That's where it all comes together. And on the third day, we're going to continue our great journey, inner journey, to feel and to claim and to express fully the joy within ourselves, and with the support of this beautiful, nurturing motherly energy within us. On June 20th, tomorrow, Monday, from 7 to 8 p.m., we'll be here again, continuing this beautiful path of understanding about ourselves and how we can be that full potentiality of who we're meant to be. I'm looking forward to you all joining in again tomorrow. And remember, as Zohreh says, continue going for the 9 sessions, get that certificate. That's another great motivator. At least we all need some kind of motivation, a little extra perk, So I'm looking forward to continue this beautiful journey. And thank you so much. And we also want you to know that if you want to hang in there, you can join in to our break room. All you have to do is, if you're already in Zoom, we'll just bring you into the break room. If you're not on Zoom, you can come out of YouTube and join us on Zoom, and then we'll get you into the break room, and we can just further discuss whatever your questions are or feedback is. You may not feel that you wanted to share that with the group, but in the break room, it's more personal. You can share whatever you're feeling. I encourage you to join in.
That was a fantastic program. And this group of Germany called Vantiri, they are so brilliant.
Yeah, excellent.
They're Austrian, actually,
Yeah,
I think.
It's the German connection. Aron brings the German connection.
That's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing.
One
Yeah.
tree brings the German connection, and I bring a little bit of the, on the other side of the ocean there, I bring a little bit of the US connection, so.
Aron, you have been like a magnet. Somehow you attracted all the German artists here today. Thank you.
No, thank you for letting me do this. It's a pleasure.
So please, for any questions or suggestions, write to info@unescobmw.org. We are really interested to hear from you, to interact with you, to do this together. It is not only a one-side program. It is our program, our life together, sharing. You can also go to the break rooms, as Stephen said, at the end of this program, for any issue or any suggestions, sharing your ideas, or whatever you want. And also, I want again to invite you to go to our UNESCOBMW.org website, where you can see all the various activities, daily meditation also, with one of the Sahaja Yoga practitioners. I think it is at noon. And join us if you are interested in any of those 13 or 16 activities based on the setup of the UN Sustainable Goals. And I want to also thank all those behind the stage made this program a reality. You are so precious, so appreciated. I would like to thank also our audience here, and see you soon again. Just, I have a text from Charles Tira that says to share it with you. Yesterday PowerPoint presentation can be downloaded from website. You can show today if time permit. I am sorry, not. And today's program also will be uploaded later, and you can have it pretty soon. So you have all the resources of this program. You can go through them in your leisure time and take advantage of this for your benefit and your friends, family, colleagues. That is very useful. Thank you again, everyone. See you later. For those who stay with us in the breakout room.
Myself and Aron are waiting for you in the breakout room. So please take advantage of the opportunity if you so desire.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Aron. See you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.